It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bills and the Rams, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The L.A. offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Stafford. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And the Rams at 2-10 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6. To throw is Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Here's Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They move this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That was the safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage. Now a 2nd and 10. You look at this Buffalo defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some...
Fights through and now a crease. Down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Allen off the play fake. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run for the first time with James Cook. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Allen. This is caught. Touchdown. KJ Osborne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Rams offense and Cooper Kupp making their way back out. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis. So to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Stafford.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, Hardy, 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Allen going to throw.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Allen. And incomplete.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Rams will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now it's Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nacua. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of the tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here comes third down and 7.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
To the air, Allen. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 5.
Allen now looks to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Now Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run it again with Williams.
To the 43, second down.
The numbers for Williams a week ago: 17 carries, 70 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
False start. Offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing now is Allen.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Allen to throw it. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Osborne motions left.
Allen going to go on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Bills first down.
To throw, it's Allen.
This one caught by Osborne, right side.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
In motion comes the tight end left. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Caught left side, Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Stafford now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Throwing is Stafford.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down.
Play action. Stafford.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Option play. Here's Cook.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Holding offense.
Third down and 10. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They begin the drive with Williams. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Stafford. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Allen.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Cook up the gut. And he stopped immediately there.
They give the tackle to Quentin Lake.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Coleman, the man in motion left. Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. Fighting him off. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Allen going to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
To the air, Allen completes it to Coleman. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10.
Here's Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. KJ Osborne with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bills have moved out in front in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now it's Stafford. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Stafford. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw is Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Stafford. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't net them a first down, but isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a key situation.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona, where you see the final score there. Kyler Murray, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we head east to Detroit to check on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jared Goff, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. John Wolford, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw, Stafford. His throw incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Operating from the gun, Stafford.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hardy set to return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
Now Allen.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And he's got this down to the 35. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down.
And the Bills' 1st down.
Give to Cook out of the gun.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams 9-yard
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw, it's Allen. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. Coleman has it here right side. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
at the 3-yard line.
Cook diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Rams 17.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Stafford now to throw.
Pass complete there to Nacua.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Stafford.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
Yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Allen running the option to the left. There's a nice move. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Coleman, the man in motion right. Allen now looks to throw. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
At the 3-yard line.
Allen on the move to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On play action, Allen looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Bobby Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Fielded at the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Handoff running left is Davis. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Allen going to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Throwing is Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now it's Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Williams will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Well, this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's Cook again.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third down, here's a run by Cook.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 21-yard line.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good for our Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard
Here's Stafford.
line.
And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
For the Rams.
That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
They start the drive with Cook, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The visitors' offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
To the air, Allen. And complete, right side to Cook. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Now Allen.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. He'll get this up to about the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Allen.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling.
They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first.
A gain of 5. And the Bills first down.
Throwing now is Allen.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Delay of game,
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Here's Allen to throw it.
That is caught.
Able to push his way through. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Complete to Keon Coleman. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cook. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now Stafford.
He's got Atwell. That's complete.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
Stafford. And he rifles one incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Here's 3rd down at 5.
Now it's Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's good for our Rams.
Back to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. Result of the play is the turnover on down.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was a game where they got out to a pretty good-sized lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted, hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So for Buffalo, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.